Hello and welcome to Throwdown Gaming with me, Adam. I'm also here with Queely.
Hi.
From Nothing Now, because he's not on Dead Ghost Studios. I'm not going to mention them again.
You should probably delete some never-ending series videos and stuff.
Yeah, I'll put them on unlisted, private.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to SimCity. People are going to be like, why the fuck did you play this game? Good reason. I wanted it. Now it's fixed. I got Need for Speed Most Wanted as the free game choice.
Need for Speed is crap, so go fuck yourself. Wait, what? Yeah.
Okay. We're not going to play on my worlds. I've got 2 worlds here. I've also been playing with craete, which I'll show you another time. But I'm going to start on... Okay, which city shall I... Which region shall I have? Cape Trinity, White... Tell me when you like one, Queely. Cape Trinity, Whitewater Valley, Reflection Atoll, Viridian Woods...
Viridian Woods? Yeah, Viridian Woods. I like Viridian.
No, Viridian Woods.
Oh, yeah.
Sunrunner Bay, Discovery Delta, Horizon Acapulco, Titan Gorge.
Titan Gorge.
Okay.
Wait, tell me one which only has like 5 cities and like a great works.
Whitewater Valley.
Okay, do that one.
Okay, so we're gonna name this Let's Play.
What are you gonna name this region?
That's what I'm calling it. Let's Play.
That's lame. Call it something else.
It's gonna be a private region. I won't put sandbox mode. Okay.
No, call it like
Okay.
Adam Water Valley. Call
No,
it
I've
Adam
changed it.
Water Valley.
Which one shall I have now? Pick a number out of 1 to 5.
3.
Good choice. Okay, so we're gonna go to.
One with a lot of oil.
This one has a lot of oil, but shit everything else.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah.
We're gonna go on it, 'cause even though it is shit.
Wait, it needs to have tons of water and tons of oil, because then it's Norway. Yeah. What the fuck was there a sea pair?
Okay, let's look at what we have. Water-wise, okay. Wind. Where's the wind? Wind. Okay, that's a bit of wind. What else do I need? Air pollution, the ground pollution. Okay. Ore. There's no ore. Coal. There's no coal. Oil. There's no oil.
We need one with tons of water and tons of oil.
This has got hardly any resources on it. This is gonna be bad, but whatever. We'll go with it.
Why go with one with our city resources, man?
Well, it shows how much skill I've got.
You don't have skill.
Shut up. Okay, so let's draw a road off this.
Make it a high density avenue. Yeah.
Density is out there. Actually, you know what? Let's follow the curved roads.
Are you gonna make like a grid city or? Are you gonna make a grid city, Adam?
No, I'm gonna make a curved city.
Wow.
That just looks cool. Oh God. Okay, so that first road will do for now. I'll only do. Okay, I'll maybe do another curvy road. I'll waste 10 grand on two curvy road. No, I'll waste 20 grand on two curvy roads for you. Yeah, I know I need lots of other resources. I don't really care at the moment. Connect those roads. What's happening? Oh yeah, I'm not on a straight road. Lol. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we're all set now. So let's plonk down some zones. Okay, so you want some commercial around the edge here. So place them there. Oh yeah. And I shall place some residential across the roads from them. And along the side here. Okay, let's place some more roads here then. Make my estate. Okay, so let's get this and place some houses. Perfect. I suppose I can increase more houses if I connect these roads up. That's potentially room for more houses. Okay, so there we have it. The city's building up. Got on cheater speed there. Okay, so now we need power. The city's got no power whatsoever. So what we should do is we'll link this road here. Now the air pollution is going that way, so our industrial area we shall put here, I think. Up in the top corner. Low on my money, so I need to get this power in. Okay, so we need to get that wind farm in. 7 miles per hour wind, that's okay. I suppose we can always upgrade that. Water we need. That can go there, perfect. Sewage, we shall get that as well. That's out of the way then we don't have to spend money on that. Okay.
No. Let's go.
Okay, so we're just waiting for workers to come. So we need some more workers. If I just make some more roads here.
Yeah, try to talk more.
Yeah. Well, I don't have enough money.
Yeah, I got 32 blocks of emerald from that.
Yeah, me and Craete have been playing Minecraft a lot recently. On this server. IP will be in the description. If it's not, Craete's probably said not to put it there.
Yeah, put it there. That'll advertise the server.
Okay, let's put the town hall somewhere, shall we?
Oh, by the way, guys, please, when you join, say that Quillinator and Adwood99 sent you.
Yeah, we get money.
Yeah, we get money and diamonds.
They're like, no, fuck no.
Well, fuck you guys then.
Okay, name your city. Okay, this is where you come in. I want you to name my city. At the moment, it's called Tryan. It's going to be named by the no. It's going to be named by the audience.
No, it's going to be called Fucktown. It's going to be named by me, and it's going to be called Fucktown.
That's Craete's life summed up. I mean, what?
What?
Exactly.
Fuck you.
Okay, so I'm just getting the industrial area set up, and the industrial demand is going down like crazy. So that is good. We need some more industrial. I mean, housing. I think what I shall do.
It's called the residential.
Yeah. I'm going to put a part there which will increase the land value and make people happy, hopefully.
What kind of power are you going to go for?
I'm using wind at the moment. I should probably get some better power because it's only creating 2 point.
Eco or?
Yeah, I'm going to go eco. I may upgrade to a solar farm one day because it's not doing that much.
You can take out a loan.
What I'm going to plan to do is like, hang on, let me switch the light on. I'm going to like plan to get another city running after this to make, so I'm probably going to make a really industrialized city. or really heavily residential, I'm going to send workers over to this place. Because this place I'm going to make full of residential.
What you could do is like...
Actually, no. I need to make this city full of everything, and then other cities, and then the rest of my cities can be certain, yeah, to one thing, yeah. So it's probably going to be a mining one. So, and then at the end we shall place the great works right at the very end of the series, and then we'll start a new world, which won't be for ages. Yeah, I say 20 episodes. At least 20 episodes. See, I'm just making housing. Yeah, I will show you the world that I was on with Kai Dream and the Lord's girlfriend.
So can't believe we were on it.
Yeah, no one believes me.
I believe you.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the rise for? I need to get more.
I believe you, but it's still just
weird.
Yeah.
I should show you the world, then everyone can. Then I'll prove it. Apparently I need more commercial demand, so I shall do that.
I'll talk to you.
Okay. And I'll get some more commercial demand. I just made a big area here through it, really. So that was not intentional to do that massive area. But that should do enough because it's a full bar. Right, I need to increase housing stuff. So
seriously, guys, why is there like a massive battle zone here? It's fucked up. Ooh, space station. Orgasm.
My friend's mad. Please excuse him. Petition to build a gambling house approved. Yes.
Are you gonna make a gambling house and fuck up your old city?
Yeah.
Good.
They're gonna be psychomaniacs.
Entering the recruiter's office? Oh god.
Who, you?
Yeah, I just entered the recruiter's office. I don't want to join the Navy.
What's the recruiter's office? We need an army, don't we, for our faction?
No.
Our faction is basically a load of miners, basically. That's our faction, summed up in words.
Yeah. We're the best though, we're Jewish on the server, I think.
We're Jewish. No, we're not.
No! Fuck Jews. No, I take
That's
that
not
back.
nice.
I take that back. I take that back, I'm not that racist. I am pretty racist though.
Yes. I know you are though, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm like anti-religious. That's not really racist.
Well.
3 gold nuggets for a block of dirt? Nuggets for a block of dirt.
Tell me what I should build next, because I probably have.
Oh my god, Adam. Right. 6 gold for 1 diamond. Yeah.
I don't know what to build though, do I? So.
Gold. Let's see if I can make infinite money. Right here. Slash by ID 6 2 6.
Okay, I'm gonna put a part there. That'll increase land value.
It's on
there. I'll put a part there. That'll increase land value. And I'll put one here.
What's up, infinite money bug? Yeah, I just discovered infinite money bug.
Cool. Well, this is basically the episode. I'm going to call this New Beginnings. Mayor, we have decided to report. Oh yeah, I have the limited edition, so Doctor Who and stuff comes in. So yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. We're going to be upgrading the town hall hopefully next episode. Getting 5,000 residents, so yeah. See you then. Bye.
Adam?